So manufacturing, we have this boat, and this boat represents our production line. Now the water in which our boat floats on is inventory, and the mountains that will stop our boat from moving along its path is called waste. Now my waste could be a couple different things. It could be machine failures, it could be wasted motion, or it could be just wasted time sitting around waiting. Now there's two principles of thought on how to avoid this waste. The first is to keep my inventory really high, because as long as I keep my water level above the waste, I don't have to worry about it. My production line boat can float along the surface with no problem. The reasoning is rather simple. Let's say I'm producing candied mints. As I'm working on this mint, I discover a problem. That's okay, I can put it off to the side and deal with it later, and immediately start working on my next mint. The line never stops. However, there's a glaring problem here. Inventory costs money. So if we want a lot of inventory, we're going to have to spend a lot of money. And nobody wants to spend a lot of money. So what's an easy way to save money? Decrease your amount of inventory. But guess what's going to happen when you do that? You guessed it, your boat's going to crash. Waste becomes very obvious when you decrease your amount of inventory. But don't worry, this is a good thing. To explain why, let's take a look at our candied mints again. When I go to produce my mint, I discover problems, so I put it to the side. But guess what? Now there's nothing for me to work on, and the entire production line stops. And when the entire production line stops, people freak out and they want to know why. And all of a sudden it becomes very obvious that my machine is no bueno. So then, I want to do everything I can to fix my machine so I can get my production line running again. So I start doing everything I can to remove the waste from the production line. After doing this, I've now decreased my inventory and I've eliminated waste. It's a win-win. As great as this is, it's not easy, and it often involves a lot of chaos. Think about a sinking boat. Nobody's calm during a sinking boat, everybody's freaking out. And it's the same case here. Everybody's going to freak out and you're going to get yelled at, but the payoff is going to be worth it. Now why do I say all that? Because in life, we're the boat, and as we float about life, we're going to have to deal with a lot of things. In life, the water we float on is self-control, and the things beneath our surface that will stop us would be our baggage, like anxiety, unhealthy coping behaviors, or fear of the future, or failure, or fear of rejection. We tell ourselves if we can have a lot of self-control, we can avoid these issues. So this looks like us not reaching out to others and not reaching out to God. We try to mask our baggage by having a lot of self-control. The problem here is that the more self-control we have, the less freedom we have. And as we have no freedom, we stop enjoying life. So we hear people say, do you want to give your life to Christ? And what that means is, are you willing to give up your self-control? And there's a reason that giving up our self-control to God changes who we are and changes our lives. Because, as we do that, we have to address the issues in our life. God loves us so much that He wants us to address this baggage, and He sent Jesus to take away this baggage. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verses 4 and 5 say, "The weapons we fight with are not weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." God literally demolishes the strongholds in our life. The more self-control we're willing to give up, the more God will take away our baggage and the more freedom we will experience. As Tim Keller would put it, that's the gospel. Is it easy addressing the baggage in our life? No, it's not. But the payoff is definitely worth it.